Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Quarantine Drumming with Tristan. Day 6, sort of, not really, sort of, kind of day 6. I don't know. Things are a little weird. I'm going to tell you a story. Yesterday morning, I woke up all ready to do another wonderful day of drumming with you. I got set up, I got my sticks, got everything ready, when suddenly a loud voice commanded me, saying, "You will not do quarantine drumming this morning." It didn't say exactly that. It was actually a lot less clear. It was my 8-month-old daughter who doesn't speak quite that eloquently or rationally, but she makes up for it with volume and persistence. So I quickly realized this is not going to happen. Anyway, so that kind of leads me to my point. I think, contrary to everything that I promised last week, probably not going to do this every single morning. So I'm shifting the schedule over to Tuesdays and Thursdays at roughly 8:15 a.m. It's 8:20 today, 8:22. Now I'm way off. Everything's totally off when you have twin kids. Anyway, so join me every Tuesday and Thursday for Quarantine Drumming with Tristan, and we will play together. And I know you're going to have to wait longer in between each one, which is just heartbreaking, but you'll probably be fine. Also, I think quarantine might last a little bit longer than we thought. So doing this every day is going to start to get a little challenging. So every Tuesday and Thursday until my kids scream again. And then who knows, maybe the schedule will change again. But probably not. Tuesdays and Thursdays seems pretty doable. So I think that's what we're going to do. Another thing, I'm going to change the format up a little bit from what it used to be. So even though we've spent countless hours together or hour together drumming through a new thing every day, what we're going to do now is I'm going to lead us through a pretty basic warm-up every time. And then I'm going to introduce something new. And that new thing will have an easy version, a medium version, and a hard version. Right? And hopefully, at least the hard version will be something you haven't seen before. But maybe even the easy and the medium version will be something you haven't seen before. I don't know. Okay, everybody ready? So, basic warm-up first. I'm not trying to break any hands here. We're just trying to get things going this morning. So, got the metronome. Get your sticks and your pad. Let's get to it. We're going to start with 8/8/16, like we did last week. Nice, easy, straightforward exercise at 120. Everybody ready? Here we go. Again. Let's do it at a low stick height. Don't neglect your low end. I know you just want to play loud all the time, but you got to work on your low end. Again. Watch your transitions. Don't rush like I did. Great. Let's do crescendoing and decrescendoing. One more time, just like that. 1, 2, here we go. Crescendo, decrescendo. Very nice, probably. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't very nice on your part. All right, we're going to bump up to 140, and we're just going to do the high end a couple times. So this is a high stick height. Also known as forte. Nice and big. Don't play weak and low because it's a little bit faster. Cool. All right. Do you want to go faster? Let's do one more time. 160. Here we go. I lied. One more time. Okay, now we're done. With that, let's switch over to bucks. So we're still going to do 8/8/16, but we're going to do it in everything is now accented and tapped. So, and we'll do some variations within this. Okay, this is 110, slowing it way down because again, just trying to keep things nice and easy. Get the hands going. We don't have to push things yet. Here we go. This is 8/8/16 with accents. 1, 2, Don't hit your sticks, kids. Again, 2. Don't pound your accents either. Think higher, not harder. You don't want to be. You just want it to be big notes, little notes, in terms of the height. Oops, that should have been low. No, that was accented. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's add some paradiddles at the end. We're gonna speed it up too. This is 130, and we're gonna do a paradiddle at the end of every hand, so it'll be like this. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Again, 2. Great. Let's speed it up more. We're at 150 now. Let's make things a little bit more complicated, just for fun. We're going to make it a paradiddle now. Nope. Scratch that. We're going to make it a paradiddle. That's what I meant to say. So this is a little complicated. If you can't follow along, that's okay. You just need to practice more. It's going to sound like this. It's a paradiddle, which is paradiddle. So like that. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2. Nope, that was paradiddle. My bad, y'all. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Again. One more time. This is throwing me off for some reason. Nope, again. Oof. It's not even that hard. Whatever. All right, one more thing before we get into our new thing for the day. New thing. Some of you have probably seen this before. We're going to do work on some diddles, but we're going to go nice and slow. So this is chicken and a roll, which is a very classic drum exercise. If you don't know it, shame on you, but I'll still teach it to you. That's fine. We're just going to go dut, 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 4 notes, and then digga, 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 digga. And then you do that again. So you do that twice, and then twice as long. So it sounds like this. And then we'll do that whole thing twice. Got it? Yes, no, whatever. We're going to play it. A little faster, though. It's going to go. Here we go. Again. Great. Okay, for those of you who are like, oh, I've played this a million times, let's do something new. Let's go a lot faster. Here's 100. 1, 2. If you're bored, but you still want to play along, you're like, I've played chicken and roll a million times. Show me something new. 2 things. Tune in on Thursday. I'll show you a slight variation on chicken and roll that's going to make it a lot more challenging. So you can try that on Thursday, everybody. But for today, I'll just show you this. Start it on your left hand. It's not actually that's very hard, but it's at least a little bit different because you're having to kind of morph your brain over a little bit. Again, it's not that hard, but it's going to be just a slight bit more mentally taxing, I guess you could say, than if you start on the right hand, just because you're probably so used to starting on the right hand. So if you're bored, start on your left hand. All right, we're going to go up one more tempo. This is 121 because as I was scrolling, it went past and I was too lazy to go back one. Here we go. 1. Again. One more time. Hold out the roll at the end until I tell you to stop. One, 2, 3, 4, stop. Okay. All right, y'all. Hopefully you're good now. If you need to stretch, please feel free to do so. Let me explain what we're going to do. Today we're going to do something that probably many of you have heard of. If you have not heard of it, that's okay. I'm going to go run you through it real slowly. It is called the grid. The 16th note accent grid, to be a little bit more accurate. Some of you are probably like, oh, great, this. I already know about this. Don't worry, I got a couple variations for you. But first, let's go through the exercise. So here's how it works. You're going to play 4 beats of 16th notes. So that's 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. And you're going to put an accent on the first one. So 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. Then you're going to play another 4. And you're going to put an accent on the second, which is going to be on the left hand. So 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, right? So same thing, but your accent shifted over. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. Then you can put it on the third one. So 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. And then on the fourth one, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. And then end with another accent at the end. Got it? Right? So 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. Back to the right hand. Great. Cool. So we did each one 4 times. Now we're going to do each one 2 times. So instead of 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4, we're just going to go 1E and a, 2E and then shift 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a 1 and a, da, 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 da. Right. So you're doing the same thing. You're just doing each one twice instead of 4 times. Cool. And then you take all of that, the 2 times through each one, and repeat that. So it goes. Again. Great. Then you go through each one with only one accent. So instead of 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2, it's just 1E and a next one, 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. It sounds like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and you do that 4 times total. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 3, 4. If you're lost, because you've never done this before, just stick with me on the first one, which is just the 4 times each, the 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. And then you could just stop and watch the rest and try to figure out what's going on. I could explain this more, but it takes so long. The point is you're doing each accent 4 times, and then each accent twice, and then each accent once. But when you're doing twice, you repeat that whole thing. When you do them once, you do that whole thing 4 times. Sorry if that's confusing. We're going to go ahead and play it. So this is the 16th note accent grid. We're not going to go that fast, though. We're only going to go 80. Okay. High production over here. High value, high quality production. That's what I meant to say. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Now just twice each. 1, 2, next one. 1, 2, next one. 2, 2, and then again. Now the 1 time each. And you do that 4 times. So this is the second time, third time, fourth time. That's it. Let's do it again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Again 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now ones. 1, 1, 1. You do this 4 times. This is the third time. Fourth time. Cool. We'll do it one more time. 1, 2. Shift. Twice each. Once. Second time. Third time. Fourth time. Great. Hopefully, if this is new to you, that was enough times for you to kind of figure out what's going on. And hopefully, if this is not new to you, these next variations will be at least a little bit more interesting. So, first variation, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the whole thing around. Instead of starting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, we're going to start on the other end. We're going to do 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E, 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a. So essentially, you're taking the same exercise, and instead of starting on the first accent, you're starting on the last accent and working your way backwards. So you're still going to do 4s, 2 times through each accent, 1 time through each accent, and repeat the 2 and do the 1s 4 times. It's just everything's flipped around. Instead of doing the first accent and the second, then the third, and the fourth, you're going to go start from the fourth, then do third, then do second, then do first. Make sense? If not, just follow along. And if you've done that before and you're like, okay, I got it, whatever, try to making all the accents flams instead of normal accents. So you're still playing the exact same exercise. It's just that every accent is now a flam. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. This is the accent grid reversed. 1, 2. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? We need a metronome. 1, 2. Ready and go. Now 2s. Again. Now the 1s. There you go. Actually, it should end low, not high. Let's do that again. I'm going to go a little bit faster, and I'm going to go ahead and add the flams, even if you don't feel like you're quite ready for that yet. It won't change the way the basic structure works. It's just going to change the sound of the accents a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, no, it should be low. I keep forgetting that. Cool. All right. Now, for those of you who've done all that before, and you're like, okay, I've done that, and I've done that, and I've done that. This is boring. I thought you were supposed to show me something new. I've got one more. Hopefully, this is something you haven't seen before. Hopefully. Because all of those, I didn't invent those. Somebody came up with those. This one, I don't know if I invented it. I'm sure somebody else has thought of this, but I definitely thought of it on my own. So hopefully this is something new. I'm not just saying that so you'll think I'm cool. I'm just saying that to try to give you hope that maybe this is something you haven't seen before if you're one of those experienced players. And if I did not come up with this or it's not that brilliant, just let me know. I'll be like, hey, I already thought of that, idiot. Or somebody showed me that a long time ago or whatever. All right. We're going to go back to the basic format. Whatever. This one's a little complicated, so let me explain as quickly as I can. The basic format's the same. You're starting with the right-hand accent, right? 1, right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, right, left, left, right. So it shifts through the hands. Whichever hand is accenting during that particular pattern, the other hand is going to play all the inner beats. So the first measure would be right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, left, left. The next measure would be right, left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, right. The next measure would be left, left, right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. And then the last measure would be right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left. And that's just the 4s. So it'd be like that. But then you do the same thing for the 2s and the 1s. So cool. It's not actually that hard, but if you're trying it for the first time, it's fairly tricky. So let's see if you can pull it off. Also, I'm going to speed it up because this is 104. Here we go, y'all. 1, 2. Oh, and if you're like, I'm not even going to try that, that's okay. You could just do the basic one because it's going to line up the exact same. It's just we're changing the sticking. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready, go. Now, can you do it off the left? Oh no, messed up. I thought I could pull one on you and then I couldn't even pull it off myself. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to stay on the right and I'm going to go home. I am home. I'm going to practice off the left tonight. 1, 2, back to the right. Yay! Okay, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Quarantine Drumming with Tristan. Day 6, sort of, not quite really. Sorry, kids mess things up, but they're worth it. Oh, but they're very difficult. But they're worth it. If you're thinking about having kids, they are worth it. But they are difficult. But they're worth it. Anyway, I'll see you on Thursday for part 7. I'm going to start calling them parts so that it's not days because clearly we're way off on the days. This is like quarantine day 10 or something. But part 7 of Quarantine Drumming with Tristan on Thursday around 8:15 a.m. I might be a little late. I might be a little early. Who knows? I'll show you some more new stuff and we'll just do a nice, good warm up to get our hands going. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.